Take a deep breath to the count of 5. Hold. Now let it out to the count of 7. You may want to begin by putting your hand on your stomach and push it out. That will encourage your diaphragm to drop and your lungs fill all the way down to the bottom. Good clean air all the way down to the bottom of your lung. That's how we all breathed as a child. And doing this encourages our minds to slow down. So let's begin. To the count of 5, breathe in. Hold. Now out to the count of 7. Continue. As you breathe in, tighten your jaw. Hold. As you breathe out, relax your jaw and let it fall a bit. In, tighten. Out, drop. As you drop your jaw, you may want to drop your shoulders as well. Now continue for a couple of breath cycles while I tell you a story. Just put your feet on the floor, make yourself comfortable. It's a story from the Bible, from the book of Ruth. It's about a woman named Naomi, small town gal. She and her husband got married. And unfortunately, there was a famine in their village. And so they left and heard that there was food and work in Moab, a neighboring though foreign country. Similar in many ways to Israel, but nonetheless, they considered themselves to be different. They went to a village, and they were happy. They had 2 sons, and they're doing well. And they were handsome lads, a good catch. And they married women from their adopted village, Moabites. One named Orpah, and the other named Ruth. And they were a happy family, doing just quite well until the 3 men died. Now, since neither Orpah or Ruth had children, they did have the option of returning to their families and eventually remarrying Moabite men. Orpah did exactly that. Prospects looked a whole lot better than going off to this little village in a foreign country and leaving her family and friends. Continue to breathe slowly and regularly. Relax your jaw, your shoulders, your spine. Ruth, however, had grown to love Naomi and pledged herself to her with the following words. I'm reading from the New Revised Standard Version. Don't urge me to leave you or turn back from you. Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, your God will be my God. And when you die, there also I will die and be buried. So help me God. They returned to Naomi's village, Bethlehem. Now, like most small towns, the people there were tight with each other. They were curious about Ruth, but she was a Moabite after all. But they watched her, and they came to realize and to see that her love for Naomi was sincere, and so they loved her in return. She was accepted because she was a good-hearted woman. And in time, a cousin of Naomi's, the head of the family, a fellow named Boaz, fell in love with her. And yes, she was an attractive young woman, much younger than Boaz was, but also he was attracted to the beauty of her heart. Yep, Ruth was a young widow from the wrong tribe, but she became the ancestress of David and of Jesus Christ. What stands out in your mind about this story? Just continue to breathe slowly and deliberately and be relaxed. You don't have to tighten up your jaw anymore. Now, God wired us to love. Well, we like a lot of people. Many of us have lots of acquaintances. And we may have a handful of good friends. But most of us are only deeply bonded to 2 or 3 people. But these people are so important to who we are and who we can become in life. But sometimes we understand that we're not allowing ourselves to love someone else as deeply as we should. Perhaps an acquaintance could become, and even should become, a better friend. Perhaps a friend should become one of the 2 or 3. And maybe we don't have a 2 or a 3. So pray with me. Is there anything in me, O Lord, that keeps me from loving another like Ruth loved Naomi? If so, show it to me so I can confess it and be healed. Now hear the words again, and as you hear them, what holds your attention? I'm reading now from the New Living Translation. But Ruth replied, "Don't ask me to leave you and turn back. Wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you live, I will live. Your people will be my people. Your God will be my God. And where you die, I also will be buried. So help me God." Just spend a few moments with what thought reached out to you while I was reading. Will you pray with me? Lord, how do I respond to people who love, like Ruth loved Naomi? Now I'm going to read to you from a paraphrase of the Bible, The Message by Eugene Peterson. This is not a literal translation, but he tries to capture the ideas. But Ruth said, "Don't force me to leave you. Don't make me go home. Where you go, I go. Where you live, I'll live. Your people are my people. Your God is my God. And where you die, I'll die, and I'll be buried, so help me God. Not even death itself is going to come between us." Just dwell on whatever thought or image or person comes to you. Now pray with me. Lord, is there anyone in my circle of acquaintance who's in need of being accepted? If so, what would you like me to say or to do to show this person that they're a part of this group I'm a part of, or part of my life? Now you may want to open your eyes.